Hello, Faith to Feet family. Welcome back to the channel. So, today I just wanted to take a little bit of time just to introduce our new series for this channel. So, you know that we have been dealing with our last series was on valuing your vows because at Faith to Feet, my mission is to help women get the most out of every moment of their lives without compromising their values, their vision, and their voice. So that last series we dealt with values in our marriages. And this series, we're going to be dealing with the vision portion of my mission. So I thought it was a good time to just sit down and just have a little chat today about vision and start that off with me because vision is very important. How we see ourselves is very important to us gaining or operating in a level of authenticity as well as intentionality. So, you know, that is a part of my vision being authentic, being intentional. And today I just wanted to chat a little bit about this vision series that will be coming up. So for me, I believe that vision starts with your parents. The vision that you have for yourself, how the lifestyle you grew up in, or whoever was your caretaker, they played a lot of, or they had a lot of impact on how you see yourself. And so today, and when I think about my vision, what it is that I see for myself, how do I see myself? I think I've shared this before. My vision for myself really came from me knowing how God saw me, right? I at probably about 6 years old, I heard God talk to me. I heard him say to me, I will be your father. So I know you're like, what? Wait a minute. What? I will be your father. So I grew up, there are six of us, six siblings, and there are four girls. So imagine living in a house with four other girls. We all wanted attention. We all wanted, attention from our mom, attention from our dad. But most of the time, girls want a lot of attention from their dad. And I don't think that my dad had the tools to really know how to give each one of us, the attention that we needed, the attention that we were requiring of him. And so at 6 years old, yeah, I heard God say to me, I will be your father. So when I say my vision for myself, what that is, what that looks like, me being authentic and intentional about in my career as a professional, as a mother, as a friend, as a sister, all of those things really are important to me. And they are important because having that encounter with him made that so real for me about what it means to be present in everything that you're doing in life. So with vision, I do believe that it starts with those people that are around you. And they give you a sense of how do I see myself? As far as your parent or your father, I think your father plays a very major role, hence the reason why God came to me at such an early age about him being my father and looking at my, external circumstances, and not like they were terrible circumstances. It was just that, again, there were four other girls, I have three sisters and two brothers, and my dad worked a lot, and God knows exactly what we need, and him giving me the grace to understand that I needed that, like, and I know that that's only grace. It wasn't something that I thought of, that I need a father present for me emotionally, mentally, physically. I know that it was his grace that allowed me to understand that, what did I just hear? Let me, read my Bible to see if I can understand. Does God talk to somebody like me? Does God talk to women even, So I think that as we journey into this series, we're going to really start to ask ourselves questions and assess, really, what is my vision? what was shared with me when I was a child? How has that impacted me as a woman today? So yeah, my vision for myself, that has definitely been impacted by my relationship with Jesus Christ. My parents introduced, as you've heard me say before, introduced us to Christ, but God, a long time ago, told me, gave me the validation. He let me know how important I was to him. And so you have Faith to Feet. And even before Faith to Feet, I used to have a blog called Conversations with the Father. And that blog really was me journaling my conversations that I would have with him. And, I would always try to encourage people. Yes, God does talk. Prayer is not just me saying something to God, it's actually me talking and waiting for a response. And I would blog about that and I would get a response, because in faith I believe that if I sit here, if I pay attention, or if I say something to him, he's going to respond back. And think about it as a parent. If you all are parents, I don't think that there is any day that your child could come to you and you would ignore them and you would think that that was okay. So God is just like that with all of us. Anytime you come to him, believe me, he's not ignoring you. So even if you've been parented in a way, or been in an environment where you felt like, God doesn't talk back, I'm here to tell you he does talk back. So I know that studies shows that a father's role in a girl's life, it really does impact her self-esteem. It impacts her confidence. It just gives her a sense again of it validates who she is, her purpose in life. And so I think a big part of my confidence, a big part of my self-esteem, what I feel about, how I am to be in this world, what it is that I am here to do, that came from God. It came from God. I give him all of that credit, y'all. And so if you feel like, man, I didn't have, my dad didn't have time, or even if you didn't have a father in your life at all, I want you to be encouraged that God is the everlasting Father. And trust me when I say the everlasting Father. So there is nothing that you could get yourself into that would stop him from his role in your life. So I hope that encourages you a little bit. But anyway, yeah, so I was just here, I wanted to just share. Like, I don't feel like um my dad had those tools to be able to just, focus on four different, personalities wanting different things, and what he was doing for our family. But I definitely do appreciate, I hold tight, I treasure, my mom and my dad introducing all of us to Jesus. Like, that was something that I think that that's the best thing you can do. Like sometimes when children that are adopted, they wonder why, why did they give me away? Why did I have to, be adopted? But if we can look at the brighter side of that, sometimes when you know that there is something that you just can't do. And I know, think about it, in a world of everybody is the expert and we're good at everything, there is nothing that we, fall short at or have a weakness. It's hard to believe. But if I can encourage you in this, just knowing sometimes that you don't have the tools or the capacity to do a certain thing and you're honest about that, that helps more than it will hinder. I know we would look at it and be like, man, they gave me up. They didn't want me. But sometimes, if you think about the choice that they had to make, and it was based on what it is that they know you deserved, not, don't make it about anything else, but something that they know you deserved, and they wanted to put you in the best position to get that. That's how I look at it with my relationship with God. Like I say, I came from a two-parent home, but the amount of attention and time that a girl needs, and I'll say that children need, period, sometimes it may not be there. It may not be physically possible to give you that. And I'll give you an example. You guys know that I have twin daughters, and one week I was really, really busy. I had a lot of things to do, and we always have girl chat at the end of every day. But we always have girl chat when I do their hair. That's a deeper conversation. So I'm doing their hair, and we always have these deep conversations that dad can't be a part of, that they get to share as much as they want to share. And then, but one time we will on the weekends we'll do an activity together. We'll go somewhere, catch a movie, or go shopping, something. And this particular time, one of them wanted to do something different than what we had planned, and the other one wanted to do what we planned. So that was two different things. And I promise you, I did not want to do two different things, because I already knew that I had other things that I had to get done. And the Holy Spirit just stopped me, and he said, Ann, I want you to take her to do what it is that she wants to do. And I want you to take the other one to do what it is that she wants to do. And I promise you, I learned something new from both of those experiences that I never would have gotten if I tried to do it all together. And that's what he was showing me. So sometimes we may think we have all the answers, or we know it, or it's all embedded in a routine. Us moms, we like those routines and those regimens. But sometimes he has to break up the routine, he has to break up the monotony in order for you to see it a different way, right? So that's what this series is about. It's all about vision. And I hope that we can say something throughout all of the conversations that will inspire you, that will encourage you, that will motivate you to ask God for the vision that he has for you, in order for you to operate in your most authentic and intentional way. All right, Faith to Feet family, thanks for watching. Peace.